Good news for today, no proofs. I don't know how, might as well take a day off since you have the test tomorrow. All right. Most of these terms I'm going to use today, I think anyway, you've heard somewhere through your middle school math career. If you took a look at the unit title, parallel and perpendicular lines, that's exactly what this whole unit entails. Today, it's just making sure you know all the different types of angles formed and special facts about them. All right, so I have up there, I have two lines, not parallel at all. I just have two lines, M and N, and everyone see I have another line, P, that intersects both. Everyone see that? Okay, line P, the line that cuts both those lines. I don't know, have you heard of this term before? Called a transversal. Transversal. All right, so my transversal here would be line P. Okay. A line that intersects two other lines. All right. When I have a transversal drawn in through two lines, a bunch of angles are formed. Some of them you're probably familiar with, some of them you're not. Before I get to those, you'll see some words that come up all the time. Alternate, interior, exterior. There it is again, exterior, interior. You're going to see these words come up a bunch. So what I want to do with you right now is, hey, over the weekend, not a true story one bit, I redid the interior of my house. What's that tell you? I worked on all the inside, right? So in this case, when I refer to interior, anytime I refer to interior, some type of interior angles, it has to be inside the lines. And what if I actually didn't do the interior, actually did a lot of work on the exterior? That's outside my house, or in this case, outside the lines. So you should at least know where you're looking if these angles refer to exterior or interior, outside or inside the lines. Okay? All right, let's see if you can find some of these angles. My first pair of angles, alternate, interior. Well, the interior tells me what right away? It's got to be inside, so it's got to involve at least 3, 4, 5, or 6. Everyone agree? All right, there's another piece to that which says alternate. What's the alternate referring to? Opposite sides of the transversal. Okay, so I know I'm inside the M and N, I'm inside, and opposite sides of the transversal. Anybody think they could give me a pair of angles I'm going to refer to as alternate interior? And if you get it wrong, it's fine, because there's actually a couple pairs here that could be inside and opposite here. Here we go, Ryan, start us off. Angle 4 and 5 would be classified as yes. Angle 4 and angle 5 are what I consider alternate interior. Were there another pair up here? Not 4 and 5, but 3 and 6, yes. All right, alternate exterior now. Now they're outside, but on opposite sides of the parallel lines. Opposite sides here. Maggie, go ahead. 1 and 8 look good to me. 1 and 8. Are there another pair up here other than 1 and 8? Yep, 2 and 7. All right, now do we come to one that has no exterior, no interior, no alternate. So where the heck are they? Corresponding angles. Corresponding. Everyone ready? I'll make this easy on you because I know you have no idea where to look because you don't see exterior, interior, or alternate anywhere. Corresponding. Everyone see the 4 angles that are formed on top. Take that 4-pack, slide it down to the bottom 4-pack. Tell me what angles match up. You have corresponding angles. Okay, so take this 4-pack, slide it down. Where's 1 matching up with? 6, so those are corresponding angles. Let's keep going. 2 and 5. 3 and 8. And finally 4 and 7. Okay, those are corresponding. Take the 4-pack, slide it down. Same side interior. Well, you know they're inside. What do you think the same side means? Same side of the transversal. Same side of the transversal inside the two lines. I think right away you should be able to see them. I don't think there's any mistaking in here. Name a pair. Name a pair. Same side interior. Just go ahead and let's just name it. Let's get rolling. 4 and 6 are good. 4 and 6 also. 3 and 5. Same side interior. And if we have same side interior, we can also have same side exterior. All right, give me a pair that would be same side exterior. Same side of the transversal, but outside. 1 and 7. And 2 and 8. And finally, these aren't new to us. Vertical angles. Can we just name one pair? I don't want to write them all down. One pair. 1 and 3. Fine. 1 and 3. Woo! All right. Stop. Whoa. Anything you want to ask about these? We can at least identify them. Now, once these two lines become parallel, something magical happens to all these types of angles. Okay? Something magical happens, but not until the lines are parallel. Okay? I know, hey, stop. I got to drive this home. I know nothing about angle 4 and 5 right now. In this diagram, I know nothing about them, 4 and 5. I know nothing about 3 and 6. I know nothing about 4 and 6. Nothing. Until M and N become parallel to each other. Now I know a lot. Okay, now I know a lot. First thing, just a quick review. I think we went over this in Unit 1, the symbol for parallel. That tells me absolutely nothing. 2, yes, vertical lines. Now let's go even a step further. How do I mark on my diagram that two lines are parallel? Because you will see this a lot in your textbook, and you'll be doing it when we start proofs. How do I mark two lines are parallel? I put these arrows on them. Okay? I see these markings, these arrows on any two lines. We are told that they are parallel. I always go through it. I know you know the answer, but let's say I had another line going like this that was parallel to the transversal. What would I put on those as far as markings? Double arrows. Yep. Double arrows. Yep. Okay. So what do I now know? Once these lines are parallel, remember those alternate interior angles we were talking about? They're now congruent. Name me a pair of congruent alternate interior angles in this diagram. Just here we go. I'm going to take one so we can get going. 4 is congruent to 6. Yep. And 3 is congruent to 5. Got it. 4 congruent to 6. Got it. Corresponding angles are also congruent if the lines are parallel. Name one pair of corresponding angles in that diagram. 1 and 5 are congruent. And also 3 other pairs are. Alternate exterior angles are congruent. Name a pair that are congruent now. Alternate exterior. 1 and 7. Oh, wow. Hey, I only show this to you because you're honors and maybe at least one of you will think this is neat. 1's congruent to 5. 1's congruent to 7. 5's congruent to 7 by substitution, but look at your diagram. What do you notice about 5 and 7? Oh, look at that. Vertical angles congruent. Yeah, look at how that works. All right, that's enough for the congruent angles. Not all. Hey, it kind of looks like what we're doing right now is all 8 angles up here are congruent. No, they're not all congruent. Same side interior. All right, I don't like to have interiors on the same side. I don't know. Consecutive same side interior angles. Give me a pair of same side interior angles up here. 4 and 5. All right. 4 and 5 are not congruent. What's the theorem say? They're supplementary. Anybody want to tell me going into tomorrow's exam something about two supplementary angles? They equal 180, yes. So 4 and 5 equal 180. So do 3 and 6. Same side interior. And then what else are supplementary? Same side exterior. Give me a pair of same side exteriors. 2 and 7. So angle 2 plus angle 7 are not equal. They equal to 180. Could I give you 1 out of the 8 angles and you guys could find me the rest? Could you do that? Okay. I'm not going to ask you to, but I'm just saying. Everyone could do that, you think? All right. Okay, here we go. Our first diagram. What did I put on the diagram? Because I didn't mention it anywhere in the givens or anything. Arrows. These tell me right away what about the lines? They're parallel. So all those theorems we just went over are true. Find angle 1, find angle 2. Oh, justify. Here we go. Yep. I didn't say any proofs, but kind of. Which angle do you want to start with? 1 or 2? Okay. Angle 1 equal to what? And how do you know? Let's go to the old generator here. Let's start it off by 25. Let's hear what you got to say. What is angle 1? It is 105. Nice job. How do you know it's 105? Okay, and going into tomorrow's test, what type of angles are these if they're supplementary and next to each? Okay, so I know linear pairs are supplementary. All right, perfect. Thank you. So I know that's 105. All right, let's get to angle 2 now. Hopefully now you're going to use something for parallel lines. How do I get to angle 2? There's multiple ways to get there. Multiple ways to get to angle 2. All right, let's turn our attention now to number 16. Thoughts there on angle 2? It is 75. A couple different ways you could lead that to me. How do you know it's 75? Because, all right, I'm going to force you guys to use vocab. What type of angles are these? Are they inside or outside? Inside, and they're on the same side of the transversal. So these are same side interior angles, all right? Or I could have said the 75 I was given and 2 are what angles? And that makes them congruent. Let me just write a justification using the same side interior. Ready? And this is exactly what I want because this is what's going to go in your proof when we start them on Thursday. Parallel lines, and you can use the symbol for parallel. Parallel lines imply, what type of angles were these right here? 2 and the 105 I just found. What do we call those? These are called same. Okay, so parallel lines imply same side interior angles are what? Congruent or supplementary? Supplementary. All right, get used to this. This is exactly what I'm going to have you write in your reasons column here in a couple days. So if I have parallel lines, that implies same side interior angles are supplementary. Any questions from you guys yet? Okay, everybody loves these diagrams where I form 8 angles. Okay, we need to get adjusted in an honors level class to these diagrams. All right, where it's just not 2 lines, my little transversal, 8 angles. Here we go. All right. I still see the arrows, though. Still see the arrows. So there's some type of relationship going on in here. Find X and find Y and justify. Then find the measures of the angles. Okay, got it. Quick question. How many of you love these diagrams? So do I. They're beautiful to look at. All 8 angles. I can tell you where the alternate interior, same side, corresponding, no big deal. Make it look like those diagrams. Watch, ready? Watch. Everybody see the parallel lines here. All right, there are my parallel lines. And now I take one of the other lines, and what's that acting as? Here's one transversal right there. Stop. All right, stop. Let's just focus on this, what I've just drawn up here. What type of angle are the 2x and the 90 degrees now? Look, parallel lines. There's my transversal. Are the 2x and the 90 inside or outside? Inside. Same side or alternate side of my red transversal? Same. So what do I call them? Same side. Interior. Now go back. If you got to look back, look back. What do I know about same side interior angles if those lines are parallel? Are they equal or supplementary? Okay, so you know 2x plus 90 is equal to 180. Everyone see how I know they're equal to 180 and not equal to each other? Well, they will end up being, but. So we end up with 2x equal to 90, x equals 45. Yep. It did say justify. It did say justify. Why did I add them up and set them equal to 180? Okay, parallel lines imply same side interior angles are supplementary. That's why I set them up and set them equal to 180. All right, what about the other pair over there? Oh, let's take a look here. Let me get a new line drawn. Okay, here's my other transversal now. So I'm off of the red one. I'm only looking at the one I just drew in here. These two angles, inside or outside? Inside the parallel lines, are they on the alternate sides or same side of transversal? Okay, so what do I know about them? Congruent or supplementary? All right, you guys are on a roll. So y plus y minus 50 equals 180. We're going to use the same justification. I don't know if you just want to draw an arrow or write it all over. It's up to you as well. Go ahead and solve for y. When you're ready, take your time though. When you're ready though, 30. When you're ready, let me know the value of y. Buck 1. And then the final part says find the measures of the angle. So take your x and y, plug it back in, find the 3 missing angles for me. Go ahead and find the 3 missing angles. The 2x angle should be also 90, a right angle. Y was 115. And how about y minus 50? 65 degrees. How do we feel about this? We're going to do one more together, then I'm going to let you do a couple in your groups. We feel all right? Okay. Let's see what we feel about this one. Ooh, all right. I see the parallel lines. Got to find x and y. Ooh. All right, I'm going to do this the same way. I'm just going to see what it looks like. Here are my parallel lines. Now you have 2 transversals here. You have the horizontal one and the diagonal one. I don't know which one you want to put in. Can we focus on one and only one? Which one you want me to draw in, the horizontal one or the diagonal one? Okay, that's fine. I'll listen to you guys. It doesn't matter which one. So there's my transversal. All right. I need some help finding x, y, or hey, don't ever think that's it. Like, don't think I got to always find x and y. If you want to find another angle that's not labeled and we're not asked to find, that may help you get to x and y, that's perfect too. Okay, don't forget about the other angles too. Is there anything else up here you know is true that I can label right now? You guys wanted to pick that transversal, so I picked it. Is there any other angles you could fill in? Maybe not X and Y. I don't care. Maybe not X and Y. Hopefully some angle. Maggie, go ahead. Sorry, Meg, go ahead.
That angle, the vertical angle to the labeled 50 is equal to 50.
So right here?
Yep. Right.
Okay, sure. I'll write it in. That's true. It's a true statement. So if that's 50, this is 50? Okay, how do we know that? Everyone agree these are alternate interior angles? Yes, alternate interior, so they're congruent. Okay, we're getting there. Maybe angle Y now? And don't think it's got to be, I got to always use parallel lines, parallel lines. You can use any geometric fact you want. That's why I'm pointing that out to help you find Y. All three angles in a triangle add up to 180 degrees, right? So we could say Y equals 180 minus the 50 we just found minus the 70. And that would be an angle of 60 degrees. How did we find that? Because we need to explain our reasoning here. Interior angles of a triangle add to 180, that's fine. And then something with X now that I know that's 60. Here we go. Thoughts? What do you got for me? 7? Any thoughts on how to get to X now? Okay, why'd you say 180 minus those two? Where's your triangle, though? Because you took 180 minus these two. It's a line. Don't say linear pair. Don't say supplementary, because that's only 2 angles. This is 3. So we can say straight line, straight angles equal 180. That's fine. And that comes out to be the value of X. 70. I'm a little disappointed we didn't use too much parallel line stuff. We did right here to go from 50 to 50 because they're alternate interior. I want to point this out so we can see it. Let me use the other transversal instead. All right, let me use the other transversal. So let me get rid of this one. Let me get rid of those angles that we just put in. Okay, let me draw in the other transversal now. Does anybody know the relationship between the 70 that we never even touched and X? Yeah, Maggie. Everyone see they're corresponding? I take this 4-pack right here, slide it down onto this 4-pack, and 70 and X would match up. So X would equal 70 because they're corresponding. All right, everyone see that? Okay, I am going to turn it over to you guys, not for too long. All right, for 4, 5, and 6, I have the answers in the work right up here, as you can check as you go along. Okay, so in your groups right now, 4, 5, and 6, take a peek when you're done, see if our answers match up here. I'll give you guys about 10 minutes. Okay, everyone's all right. Number 6 now. Number 6, any questions? Ready to go? Finish this up. All right, last one here. A little bit of a challenge now. Solve for X. All right, well, I got a problem. They do tell me the lines are parallel. That's what I have with these symbols here. They tell me they're parallel, but I do not have a transversal at all. Okay. I do not have a transversal because a transversal goes through both lines. All right. Just not one of them. So I cannot consider this a transversal, and I cannot consider this ray a transversal. Okay. So if I come to this point where it's like, well, I can't tell you if I have alternate interior. I can't tell you if I've got corresponding. I may have to draw in a third line now. All right. Add something to my diagram, which we're going to refer to as an auxiliary line. All right. Let that roll off the tongue a couple times, huh? Auxiliary line. It's just going to be an extra line that we're going to draw in to help us see the relationships. And when we're dealing with parallel lines, our auxiliary line will be a third parallel line in between the two we're given. So can you guys for me sketch a third parallel line in between the two I have given you? And we could put another arrow on that one, signifying all three are parallel. Now, I know where some of you may want to go, oh, it cuts at 72 in half. No one said it did, so calm down. All right, there's no way you can prove to me that it cuts it in half, so just calm down. Don't throw on a 36 and 36. All right, not going to happen. So I'm going to turn it over to you guys. Are there other angles I can definitely fill in? Definitely fill in here. There should be. Even basic ones here. You should be able to put a 50 somewhere real quick. Where? Use your vocabulary. Vertical to this 50 right here. How about linear pairs here? What's next to the 50s? 130. Linear pairs are supplementary. All right, nice job getting that 4-pack all done. Whew, okay. Can we turn our attention to parallel lines now? Let's look at these two right here. The one you draw in, the auxiliary line, and the one I gave you below. Isn't this my transversal right here? These two parallel lines, can you fill in something else for me? Anything inside those parallel lines you can fill in. What's that? Why? No, not corresponding. You're right, it is 50, I agree, but not because they're corresponding. Same side interior, or you could say these two are alternate interior. Everyone see that? We could say these two are congruent because they're alternate interior, or we could say these two are supplementary because they are same side interior, right? Okay, let's keep it going. Let's keep working up to X. What did I tell you this whole angle was at the beginning of the problem? What did I tell you was at the beginning of the problem? 72. If that's 50, what's on the other side of it? What? 22. Stop me here. We all right? Hey, vertical, supplementary, alternate interior, same side interior. Everyone all right here? All right, can you get me to X finally here? Corresponding? X and 22 are corresponding. Hey, okay, say you didn't see that. Who cares? Ready? What else could I do to get there if I don't see automatically that they're corresponding? 22, why is this one 22? These are alternate interior. If that's 22 now, this brown angle here, I just wrote 22. Why is this one now 22? Okay, so there's other ways to get to it if you don't see the corresponding right away. All right, so X ended up being 22 degrees. Be prepared for one of those due on Thursday. All right, any questions, comments, concerns? If I don't see you after school, we'll walk in tomorrow and take that test.